Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Time to Play. Our podcast this evening is on codependency and control. My name is Stacy Gerth, and each week we'll talk about proactive things that each of us can do easily to make every day better and to motivate and empower ourselves and each other. And the whole idea in this podcast is people helping people, and we know that collaboration equals success because we're all in this together. And I think I have Jackie Guma on the line with me. You there? Hi. Is anyone else on the line with me yet? Okay, well, I'm hoping that Jackie's going to join us this evening. And my name is Stacy Gerth. I'm a CASAC and a special education teacher. And joining me ordinarily will be Erica. She's a 22-year-old woman who grew up on Long Island, and she's a prime example of a person who experienced difficulties in her youth. She's not only empowered to enjoy life, but she's very interested in spreading awareness and empowering others. And she, at the last minute, had something come up, but she will be joining us every Thursday at 8:30, and she actually selected this topic of codependency. Do I have anyone else online with me?
Can you hear me?
Hi, Jackie.
Oh, yes. You got it? Yeah?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay,
and
cool.
I think
I was on before, but I was like, you can use...
Okay, I'm glad you're there, and I think we also have Brooke on the line. Brooke, are you there?
Yep, I'm on the line.
Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
So tonight, yeah, I can hear you. So tonight's podcast is going to be on codependency and control. And Jackie is on our foundation. She actually heads off Jackie's Basement, which is a safe and sober place for young people. I'll let Jackie tell you a little bit about that in a moment, but I just want to let you know Brooke is also on the line, and she's a wonderful woman that I've worked with. She's calling us in from Florida, and I know she's very curious about the topic of codependency. She recently asked me about a book that she could read, so I suggested that she call in. And I had the privilege of teaching her son, Vinny, reading and writing skills at American Heritage School in South Florida. So, welcome, Brooke.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Jackie, can we start off just by, well, let me say this to you. I'm sorry. The most important thing is that our podcast is brought to us each week by Time to Play Foundation. And Time to Play Foundation is a 501c3 corporation with the mission and purpose to enrich the lives of others through our programs, public awareness, outreach activities, events, and learning opportunities that further the concept of enjoying life. So, hi, Jackie.
Hello.
Hi. I just want, since we have the privilege of having you on tonight, we won't have you all the time. Maybe you could just tell us about Jackie's Basement here on Long Island, or the Basement.
Okay. The Basement is basically it's an environment where anyone can come and drink tea with us, and it's like a peaceful, judgment-free environment. We have interactive art. It's open mics. It's like a creativity hub where people can just come and share what they love, and we have like live music and poetry, and people put their art on the walls and everything like that. So really it's just a spot to go where no one's going to judge you, and you can share pretty much whatever you want with us. So yeah, a lot of good vibes there.
A lot of good music, good vibes. Jackie's kind of like a love child. She just breathes happy. She's like this happy person and I've just witnessed people around her just saying, wow, this is such a cool place. Like, I'm so happy to be here. So that's just another part of the foundation. And one of Jackie's friends and the person that I will be hosting the podcast with is Erica. And unfortunately, she can't be with us tonight, but she selected this dynamite topic of codependency and control, which I love to talk about. It's impacted my life a great deal, personally and with clients. And if you want to hear this, it's also on demand so that you know, and you're welcome to call in and share your thoughts. And our call-in number is 646-200-0848. So, codependency is a term that actually emerged in the late 70s. Somewhere out of Minnesota, which was known from many psychologists as the heartland of chemical dependency and treatment. And it was a term that's been defined by so many different definitions. But my favorite is it's about growing up depending on someone who's depending on something that's not dependable. So from my personal standpoint, I grew up as a child with a mom that was an active alcoholic till I was 14 years old. So there was definitely things that were missing in value sets as a child that I had to attain later. And other definitions include codependency as a person who has let another person's behavior affect him or her and is obsessed with controlling that person. It's basically the pain in adulthood that comes from being wounded in childhood, and it leads to a high probability of relationship problems and addictive and compulsive behaviors. So it's a combination of immature thinking, feelings, and behaving that generates an aversive relationship with self-loathing. Codependent individuals usually act out through self-destructive behavior. So that definition is how the Bridge to Recovery program expresses it. But there's so many different definitions, and it basically affects everybody differently. And we try to stay in the positive here with Time to Play, and we hope to be like a hub of resources with just some tips and tools overcoming setbacks like codependency. So codependency emerged from the 12-step program, Alcoholics Anonymous, when the wives of alcoholics or spouses of alcoholics in the early 40s wanted a group of their own, so they developed Al-Anon, which is a 12-step program for people that were subject to spouses or parents or substance abuse users. And then it emerged into today there's actually a 12-step group. Trying to think, it's not Codependence Anonymous. Oh, here it is. It's CODA, C-O-D-A. And it's a 12-step program. And the idea behind the program is that you should accept if you have a problem and face it and then find a way to rectify it. And it leads you to believe that you don't have to do this alone, you know. And I think we all know that, you know, there's definitely a lot to be said about not having to go through problems together, you know, by yourself, that you can, you know, there's always more with unity. Would you agree? I mean, can you share any experiences? Who would like to share anything that would allude to that? Brooke or Jackie? I don't want to do all the talking here. Can you say one experience in your life where it just felt better to talk to somebody or be around people? Have you had any experiences like that? Yeah.
Well, I can say that, like, if I don't have, I have a best friend, Shelby, and if I don't talk to her, you know, like every 3 days, I feel lost because she helps me through a lot of things. And I'm trying to do different programs now. I'm just searching for the one that fits for me, you know. So
right.
I have.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I have like my friend group now. A lot of the times I used to just be by myself and figure things out for myself, you know. And so now, I guess being a part of like the music scene and everything, we've collected a group of friends. We call each other squad, but it's more of a family than a squad would be. But like we all look out for each other and we feed each other and we make sure we all have ride places and we're not. Yeah. Wait,
okay.
do you have The ability to put someone else first.
The ability to what, honey?
No, I have my friend Kat is also trying to add on to what I'm saying, but she can't speak.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, do we have somebody else on the line? Is it Kat? Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. Who do we have there?
My name is Kat. Hello.
Hi, Kat.
Hi, Kat. Hello.
This is our first podcast of the season, so I'm re-teaching myself how to work the studio again. So I'm sorry if I kept you waiting.
This is the first podcast of my life.
Welcome. We're so glad that you joined us tonight.
Yes.
So
for having
Jackie
me.
was saying maybe you wanted to chime in and say something about having each other back, or how unity, being around people can help us.
We're definitely a family, as she was saying, and we're definitely there for each other through all of our trivialities in our lives. We're growing in the same direction, so I feel like that's why we all met, and we're just like this. I don't know. We just found each other at the right moment in our lives, and everything's just coming together. And I think that's what kind of life's all about. And relationships are, you're at a certain stage in your life, and that attracts others to you that are at the same stage. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what's happening right now. And
I think. No, I was going to say Brooke and I are we would probably think it's amazing to have this insight at such a young age, where these young people are bonding over creative, positive energy, safe and sober environments, and non-judgmental.
And that's what the basement's all about as well. We come together in as you said, like unity, and we all want to create something beautiful, and we do it together through music or art or anything like that.
I love it.
I'm struggling to find that.
Right. So a lot of right. So Brooke, we've been sharing on the phone, and I know, I have suggested, that there's always maybe the first step would be to find a comfort in a program where you can identify, and in sharing. And I thought, being a person that has overcome a lot of issues of codependency, that, I would suggest to you some of the things that work for me. And I think
I've been taking them, and they've been great. My thing is just finding the right, I wish I had what these girls are talking about, where it's somebody. I have a hard time stepping outside and getting what I need when it comes to friendship. I have old friendships from way back when. I'm lucky for that, but we don't live close anymore, and But I think. Go ahead.
I think that sometimes it doesn't need to be a person too. You can make friendships through anything. I feel that I'm super connected to nature and stuff, so that's, I don't know, before I met my friend group, I didn't really have one, so.
Same.
Yeah.
We didn't have this before, but we found ourselves in a way, and that's what I was talking about before. When you're at the same stage in your life, you kind of, it helps you grow.
I think that once you find your niche in life and what you need to be doing and your right path, I think that it'll all fall together, but I think right now you're still trying to find that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what? By surrounding yourself with positive people, it's such a great start. And the fact that you reach out every day to me and just share where you're at, it's a great start. And I think what Jackie just said is so profound, because the answers and in many of the resources in the books, and I've been re-researching codependence, is basically self-acceptance. And, we find a lot of that in our passions, what really resonates with us. And just being involved with Time to Play Foundation is an outlet for me to continue with my passion, which is to enlighten and inspire others with just the gifts that I've been given of enlightenment. And I know that Jackie's mom, who's the founder of our foundation, Doreen Guma, she wrote a book, If I Knew Then What I Know Now. And like me, the light went on a lot later than Kat and Jackie are talking about. And I think it's so amazing. I'll have to say it again, that you girls are on this path. But, what can we do if we're stuck at our age? And how can we get on that path to acceptance?
I think it has to do a lot with just a lot of soul searching, like spending time alone and really deeply looking for what makes you happy at all. And then once you find, that one spark, then you just have to look into that,
Use it as a foundation to build yourself up.
That's where my codependency I was running today thinking about, talking tonight and, I loved decorating but I had to do it with my ex-husband, and I can't find my way to get back and out and do the things that I love. I'm reading a Joel Osteen book right now, and I'm going through old pictures because he says that I used to paint all the time and redo furniture, and I can't seem to do it on my own now. I don't know why. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
I know exactly how you feel, because
it's like I'm stuck because he was the person that made me shine. I felt like, sadly,
Well, is that still what you really love to do? Besides the fact that you're on a block right now.
Pardon me?
Besides, that you're blocked right now, is that still what you really love to do?
It's my passion, yes, and decorating. I mean, there's so many little things that I could do with it, even if I did staging, and I have all these ideas, but I choose to bartend because it's an easy route for me.
Oh,
it's
dude.
Oh
my God, I know how you're feeling right now, because I'm going through the same thing. I love to paint, and I used to paint all the time when I was younger, and I used to draw all the time, and I stopped doing that because I went through a really depressing stage in my life, and that I was just stuck in this complete hole, this dark hole for a really long time.
Yes.
And then just now, this year, I'm starting to find myself, and I've been forcing myself to get up and actually paint, start painting again, even though I know it's not as good as I want it to be. That's part of the reason why I stop myself. And when I'm with other people, I find inspiration, and it's that's why I felt like I had to be with someone when I paint too.
Weird, isn't it? It's oh my God.
It's you kind of thrive off of others, their energy, and you it just motivates you so much, and that's wonderful. But you have to find that connection you have with others within yourself. And by doing that is just by doing it. You know what I mean? By sucking it up
stepping out
in
of
a way.
Your comfort zone.
Yeah.
If it doesn't
yeah,
feel
kind of just instead of saying, "Oh, I can't do this," and just even though you're thinking that, you just got to do it anyway. Even no matter how annoying it feels or how frustrating it is because you want someone there, you just do it. And then once you do it, you unlock certain doors, in the creativity section in your brain, So it's
I think
that.
even then, once you do unlock all those doors, it's the same thing as you're going down that path.
Yeah.
And if you want that person there, eventually they'll find you because you're doing what you love again.
Yeah, you attract what you feel inside.
Oh my gosh, and it's like a magnet. It's so true because I love to write, and now I have a platform we could post articles with Time to Play. I could write ads in selling radio that I do. I just kept putting myself out there until I found the right people to connect with that appreciated what I did. But before that, doing it myself and putting myself out there to meet these people, in networking environments, women with power. I met Doreen actually at a women's networking group. You have to really put yourself out there a little bit, even when it's hard. Because I was in a little bit of a funk myself last year. I was working, for another radio station that didn't have a lot of integrity, and I was making a lot of money, but I didn't feel good about it. I had this pit in my stomach because I knew that they weren't integrous, and then they did some shady things, and I just, I just quit my job. But I think that living, in your self-truth is definitely a path to self-acceptance. And you said that you're reading a book with Joel Osteen. He's a great mentor of mine as well. Dr. Dyer that passed away a few weeks ago, Wayne Dyer, he has this Dyer Dozen. And it's almost like a set of values for people that, like us, that, miss something in growing up. So today, you know, with the technology of being able to Google anything in his videos, I find myself, I'm watching, you know, Wayne Dyer seminars all day long while I'm cleaning, and it's like I don't even mind cleaning anymore because I'm getting this, like, I really do this, and it's, like, amazing. But he has this dozen, Dyer dozen, and it's for connecting, you know, with your intention. And, you know, Brooke, you've shared with me that I know how spiritual you are and that you pray frequently. And, you know, it's come to my experience and awareness that meditating is like listening, you know, and all of the wisdom and everything is actually like right inside of us. You know, we just have to give ourselves that quiet time. But I want to share the Dyer dozen really quick. On the last seminar that I listened to him, he had some suggestions for just life, you know, and they're just so simple and so amazing. So the first one he talked about was wanting more for others than you want for yourself. Because when you're so focused on yourself, me, poor me, I can't get out of this funk, it's almost like you stay stuck in a way. But when you focus on others and helping others, it's amazing. Like, it just gets you out of your own that committee that goes off in our head. And I know we even talked about that. And then, you know, thinking from the end, like with goals, and girls, feel free to chime in anytime if you, you know, relate to any of these. And then to be an appreciator is number 3. So, like, in your life, look for what's valuable instead of what's not valuable. You know, connect to the source of the positivity. You know, forget your ex in the mix of the art that you're talking about. Because just personally, I know that, you know, you're having a hard time overcoming a breakup. But look for the beautiful art that you want to do instead of focusing on his energy with the art. I think that's what Dr. Dyer was saying. Yeah.
I feel that the fact that you guys aren't together anymore is also a sign that you should be going towards your own way and, like, figuring it out for yourself. Because I think, you know, if you guys aren't together anymore, that's a sign that it was wrong and that you know what you should be doing, you know, because it's putting you towards a new path anyway. So I feel like the more you accept that new path and grow towards it and figure out what you need to do, the more it'll help you, because that's, you know, that's basically telling you should be working on yourself, you know?
Yeah, like making a plan for yourself and write down things that you want to accomplish and start, like, really focusing on the little things that you need to get done in order to achieve them, you know? And patience is a really hard thing to, you know, acquire. And it's something that we all have to train ourselves to do. And this is just a sign of impatience to me, it seems, you know?
Oh, patience is such a big one, too.
And it's exactly what,
What were you saying?
Sorry.
I was going to say, no, but the whole overall picture here with Dyer even is staying in rapport with the source energy. So staying in, you know, constant rapport with your source. But then he talked about 5, resistance, like every thought that's a part of I am and I got this and I can do this is resistance. And that's what keeps us stuck. Fear, everything we want, being on that other side of fear.
Yeah, fear holds us back from a lot, but, you know, once you push through that fear and tell yourself that, like, you know, the world's not out to get you, once you accept really what's going on in the world, it'll come to you, I think. That's how I feel towards it. It's like the universe is crazy. If you listen to the signs of the universe, like, it will definitely guide you.
But you have to do the footwork, too. And, you know, but, like, doing one little thing, not to overwhelm. You know, one little thing.
Yeah, don't jump into, like, the middle of the universe. I just, you know.
No, but I'm saying, like, if Brooke really takes just a little time to buy something and complete a little tiny art project of a passion, I just think that's just
what
another...
I've actually kind of taken that step. Last week I went to, like, a few little, like, even Goodwill, just to even if I find, like, a little table that's a mess, I want to, like, tear it apart and redo it, you know, like, sand it down, repaint it, and just work on it and do something neat with it. So I'm trying. It's just, I'm just stuck. I really am right now, but I'm moving forward. A lot of my help has been through you, Stacy, really, every day. Just your little messages.
What about what about craft fairs and stuff like that? Because those are some cool people.
You can become a vendor.
Vendors are cool. I would want to be a vendor.
That's what we talked about.
Yeah. We're actually in the process of doing that. We're going to start making our own soaps and stuff like that.
But and I also wrap crystals and everything like that. So we're going to combine that and become vendors. Cause we're taking our passions and we're making something out of it.
A buddy to do things with. But I'm here for you, Brooke, and it makes me feel great that you said that. Yeah. And just reaching out for you on your part too to share every day, is huge because you're stepping out and you don't have to deal with it yourself, and you should,
even for us, that's a huge. We've never done this before, and we're nervous, but what Stacy's saying is she's right. Stepping out of your comfort zone is the only way to get what you want. Yeah, true. It's hard, but it's just the only way.
It empowers us. It empowers us. It's like another little chip of power. And power plus power equals power plus power equals power. It's and it just, you can just, you walk with such pride. I mean, you just feel proud when you take the power because we all have that power. We just have to channel it, And staying with this positive energy, people that can, help you and guide you. And then ultimately, we find that we have, the answers are in ourselves. If we can make ourselves happy, then we don't need any man to make us happy. We don't need, even though the power of friendship is huge, but when we could first be happy with ourselves, then we could be great friends. Then we could synergize with other people, and then it's endless what we could accomplish, I'm finding some really radical uber energy, with actually Doreen this week, because we're making a lot of headway. And, there was so much passion that we both have about so many things, but it's finally getting channeled. And with that, we feel like we could accomplish so much. It's endless. And, once your passion, leads the way, the energy just becomes insane. And, of course, being in a constant state of gratitude. I don't know if you go away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally, because once one thing happens and then you start feeling so much more positive about everything you're doing. I don't know how this is going to sound, but, I feel we're all born by ourselves, so I feel we wouldn't have been if we can't handle, life alone also. So, I really feel once you channel back to that decorating, artistic side of yourself and figure out how to do it again, it'll definitely help you find where you need to be.
Yeah. Art and music therapy
get started.
Is just becoming. They're just becoming front and forward in the recovery sector, treatment, and it's the healing effects from art and self-expression is huge. And especially when you have, the talent and you know what it is, because you're already ahead of a lot of other people that are stuck. You know what your passion is, and you know what art you want to express. So get out there, girl, and just do it a little bit.
I know, and I have this opportunity. This lady wants to meet me through a friend because she wants to start working out. And in my mind, I'm going, I don't have any schooling for that. How am I going to do it? But she just wants to hang out with me, and I'm pushing it, and I don't know why, but I'm going to get out there. I'm actually going to a dinner.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to discover new things from this person.
I know, and I'm
going to teach you new things.
What am I going to show her? How am I going to show it? But I do it every day.
Don't even worry about that.
I think a lot of the times not knowing is better than knowing.
We have to start somewhere, we have to find
that
one niche.
And if you try and ready yourself for it, if it's not right, you're gonna get nervous and you're gonna
miss the opportunity. Yeah, missing opportunities.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneity.
And you'll be so blown away by what you have to offer the situation by just being you.
Oh, yeah,
I know
exactly.
you have a lot of positive energy. You know, you have a lot of positive energy. You got to put yourself out there. And, you know, when you second guess yourself, you know, that's when you got to just keep plugging through and take that power. You know, you'll feel great that you did one thing outside the comfort zone for the day. You know, and waking up.
Like a plant or a tree.
Yeah. Are they the cutest? You wouldn't even believe all the positive energy that goes on in the basement. Like, I honestly could say I've seen 4 different girls and guys go up to Jackie and say, wow, this place is amazing. You know, and they're not young people like that or 3 sheets to the wind. They're just creative and they're synergizing. And there's so many groups, you know, outside. I mean, I joined in my neighborhood last year in Port Jefferson a volleyball league, you know, just to get, you know, I knew it was a sport that I was kind of good at. So, you know, I just wanted to get out the energy. And, you know that I do the hot yoga. I always talk about that because it's my morning medicine. Like whatever sets you off in that mindset for the day and having a gratitude list in the morning helps my day so much. You know, I mean, just instead of feeling sorry for, you know, what is, you know, I count my blessings. I really do. And it gives me this other sense of energy and fuel, you know, that I need. And,
I feel like you need that one thing to get you going for the day and then to realize what you need to yoga and breakfast and smoothies and oatmeal.
That helps you, gives you energy.
I feel like balance is like essential. Balance and patience are essential in anything.
And
you have to balance your art with being happy and your life with your art and both together.
Your art comes from your emotions, and if your emotions are in balance, then nothing will flow, and it'll just continuously be this cycle that you're gonna live. And if you don't break that, then you're not gonna become the true person that you're meant to be. Like you're supposed to. Okay, hold on. I mean,
you gotta become the butterfly.
Yeah, you gotta follow your soul purpose, you know. And art is your soul purpose. Cause, art's infinite. No, don't try. Do.
If we make healthy choices that keep us clear enough to be able to let the channels come through and the creativity come through. You know, we need to be in our clear mind so that we can really, you know, get in touch with ourselves and bloom into that flower and, you know, become our potential and our purpose. And it's a work in progress. So every day is a new day. You know, it's a new white tablet to start over. And little by little, you know, we can accomplish anything. And just, you know, art is free. It's like it's just free form. There's no grades, you know. There's no A's or B's or, you know, no one's judging you.
It's just infinite. Like anything is art.
Yeah. It could be a crumpled up piece of paper.
Yeah, you can just paint that red and it would be art.
No, it's really whatever you feel. So if you feel even unmotivated, if you make something that looks unmotivated, it's still your art, you know, but then it'll motivate you more.
To change.
We really appreciate that you're on with us tonight because we have some crazy positive energy and we're excited about, you know, so many things that we're going to do with the foundation and personally in our lives. And, you know, we encourage you to call in anytime and join us. And, of course, you know, I have a personal relationship with you and I'm here to support you anytime. And you actually help me a lot, too. You don't even realize it. And I love hearing you girls, you know, it helps so much. So I hope that you guys chime in with Erica, you know, whenever you can because it's great. And, you know, I always like to leave off with some positive suggestions and just to let everybody know in relation to codependency that in addition to CODA, which is a 12-step program, there's a website
That's my dog's
called
name.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. That's my dog's name,
Oh, no,
but continue.
That's your dog's name. How cute. Okay. No, there's a website called the Human Magnet Syndrome, and it focuses on why we love people who hurt us, and it lists all these codependency resources, groups. There's books and there's videos. So it's a great website. Again, it's called the Human Magnet Syndrome. And there's also a book with the same title by Ross Rosenberg. And there's another fabulous book called Codependent No More by Melody Beattie, and she also has a workbook with it. And there's another book called Facing Codependency by Tia Melody, and she talks about where codependency comes from and how it sabotages our lives. And there's another book called Women Who Love Too Much by Robin Norwood, and the last book that I listed is Adult Children of Alcoholics by Janet Whited. And, you know, no matter where we come from and what our value system was, there's so many programs and people and opportunities and just positive energy around the community that we can get out and share and even help with. So, you know, like I encourage you all the time to do that. And again, I'm here. I love our friendship. And girls, you're amazing. So I don't know. Erica suggested that we start off with one thing that we're grateful for, and I forgot all about that. But if it doesn't sound too corny, maybe we could just leave on that note, like something that we're just really grateful for. And actually, I'm grateful for the platform of the foundation that I can actually, you know, express and learn more about things that I'm passionate about. Girls,
I'm grateful for my squad family.
I'd say I'm grateful for the relationships I have with my friends as well. And I'm grateful to be where I am today and to have learned the lessons that I've learned in my past.
Me too. I'm grateful that I've learned so much so young, and everybody I see, you know, like how my mom's book is if I knew then what I know now, and I feel like I know, you know, I feel like I'm up to date with myself.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
Soul self.
Mhm.
I feel that about you guys too, and it's so it's great. It's great. It really is. You know, it's great to hear you guys. Brooke, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my son, and I'm grateful that I'm not where I was, you know, 2.5 years ago. Like, I need a lot more work, you know, but I'm grateful that I pulled myself out of what I was into, you know.
It's good.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Anyway.
So stay with positive energy, and we'll be back on next Thursday at 8:30. I think we'll be talking about Generation Y versus Generation X. So it should be really interesting.
Okay.
And we'll look forward to sharing next week. So have a great night, you guys. I'm so glad that you chimed in.
Thank you very much for
have a
good one.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Over and out.
Bye.